about it, be about it. Never a killer, but I lived and be around it. I seen the hardest nigga get his G rerouted. See me? I doubt it. Lyrically, physically, I'm the epitome of what a true MC should be. Feel the thunder under your feet when I speak. It's like war with the worlds, and I'm Tom Cruise, you lose. Since the days of shout totals, I dealt flows and melt foes. Told lose in the battle? Hell no. My man Ray told me God's the answer. Rest in peace, my nigga. You was right, I'll be alright. Don't wear pink and I don't wear lip gloss. Banging these words till their eyes are crisscross. Got two in the condo, four in the mansion. R&B singer at the crib in the Hamptons. Your boy all came up, serving the things up. God created rap, and that's all. If I ain't tripping in the club, I'm sipping on the bud. I'm in the jacuzzi tub, getting the rub. That's right. Run the streets like a rumor, whipple pills like a Ferris wheel. And everything that's said, I says it real. Ice grill your team, me. See, I love the hood and the hood loves me. It's a thin line between hate and love. Cross it and take a slug. That'll erase your mud. So embrace the blood, don't get placed above. People ask how I follow God and still curse. It's the lingo of the hood, damn it, you don't understand it. So while you're all in church preaching the upper class, kissing ass, I'm in the trenches with gangsters showing them ways to get paid without pushing powder. For pushing power, if you don't know the hood, then don't speak unless you're spoken to. Your comments will end up choking you or stomping you, I promise you.
Dig a hole in the middle, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the middle, I'm gonna put you down. Dig a hole in the middle, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the middle, I'm gonna put you down.
I roll with goons, little homie, they get it poppin'. Click clack, bodies dropping. They were gone when they missed you, but that was luck. They coming through tomorrow, shorty, that's what's up. Got back, they dang, hit you with the bang, stand over your body and hit you with the same thing. We would take for a minute, ride the same lane. You switch colors, say goodbye to your brain, man. Thought I was banging your wifey, it wasn't me. You got stomped at that party, now that was me. Face to face, only a bitch dude trumps you. Like gun talk, only the real dude bust you. Don't get rust in your eye in front of your girl, but tripping on your Timbos, fuck your world. I bump dudes when I walk in the hood, shit ain't pretty. From the X to Brick City, I spit pretty.
Dig a hole in the middle, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the middle, I'm gonna put you down. Dig a hole in the middle, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the middle,
think rap music causes violence? Any albums that made Bush put Iraq to silence? Vietnam, Desert Storm wasn't because of Killer Cam, Mobb Deep, 50 Cent, or Game. Hey, chicks be spazzing out, thinking I'm crazy. Forget a baby, go half on a 380. Roll that, take two and pass that. My songs are like thongs, cause they get all up in your ass crack.
Dig a hole in the meadow. Dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow. I'm gonna put you down. Dig a hole in the meadow. Dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow. I'm gonna put you down. Laid off 1 year today, they won't take my resume. So kiss my ass, motherfucker, you gon' pay. I'll get a big backyard, sipping on champagne, or a gravel yard with a number for my name.
You can blame the government or blame the economy. Some of the fault even belongs on me probably, but I don't give a damn at this point. I don't wanna see a single motherfucker move in this joint. Have a seat, place both hands under your feet. You may not get blasted, but you can't get beat. Please, Mr. Teleman, don't even try that. I know all of your tricks, skip the stacks with the die pack. D, try that guard up, I don't like how he's moving his arms. If he goes for the alarm, he's getting harmed. Take me to the safe deposit boxes in the vault. I'm taking 2 hostages in case we get caught. Miss Manager, yeah, you, and bring along the redhead. Any wrong moves and both of y'all get left dead. The rest of y'all hit the deck, faces on the ground. Cause if I hear a sound, everybody feels the pound. Let's
Laid
go.
off 1 year today, they won't take my resume. So kiss my ass, motherfucker, you gon' pay. I'll get a big backyard, sipping on champagne, or a gravel yard with a number for my name.
Hand me the dough. Break yourself right now, boo. Act like you know. Make with the scratch, man. This thing ain't for show. It's a ticking time bomb and it's bound set to blow. Hey, keep your hand in my line of sight. I don't think you really want to die up in this thing tonight. You empty your pockets. You lose your shoes. You don't want to see this thing here do what it do. Cause if you do, you end up with more than a bruise. You end up on the list of the deceased in the news. You see, my man here just told y'all to give us the loot. So if I catch wind of any pigs in pursuit, then one of these hostages is gonna catch a bad one. I'm already desperate, you don't wanna see me mad, son. This ain't a movie, but it's time for some action. So put it in the bag and hit the deck before I blast
Laid
one.
off 1 year today, they won't take my resume. So kiss my ass, motherfucker, you gonna pay. I'll get a big backyard, sipping on champagne, or a gravel yard with a number for my name. Or a gravel yard with a number for my name. Just hand me the money. Everything's cool now. You hand me the money. I'm too big to fail, so what you gonna do now? Just hand me the money.
Nobody move, nobody get back up. Still don't nothing move but the dollars. Bounty on my head, on the run from the marshal.
What's the most wanted?
But the law can't stop us. Picture on the poster, my partner riding shotgun. Pistol out the holster of the coach, again we bouncing with a fist full of paper faces of deceased presidents.
I'm an outlaw, the streets is my residence.
Showdown in Bucktown, strap case of trouble, bartender let me get a jab.
Make that a double.
Matter of fact, put the money in the sack on the double.
Make the wrong move.
Couple caps out the muscle. Every day we hustle, but the struggle don't stop. Catching beef, cattle rusting, head hunting for the crop.
I'm some wild cowboys.
Lone Ranger, no tonto. Aiming at your head, honcho. Give it a pronto.
No sudden moves now. Hand me the money. Don't act a fool now. Just hand me the money. Everything's cool now. You hand me the money. I'm too big to fail, so what you gonna do now? Hand me the money.
You know the rules, so just give it up slow. Unless you don't wanna live to kiss your family no more.
It's a daily operation, a sticking and moving. I love this occupation, a shooting and looting.
This money bag grabbing, big big horses. Ride around town with 500 horses. You're gonna need some coffins to lay your pretty head down. I never miss, I got enough shots to go round.
Real firepower,
Shoot us for an hour.
spitting out tobacco, blowing out the sour.
I gave you fair warning, but you didn't wanna heed. You can fuck around and catch a bullet in speed. Run through the 10-gallon. Trigger happy with a go-to, stay smiling. Been growling. Money is the root to evil for some people. So just give it up for what you wanna be.
No sudden moves now. Hand me the money. Don't act a fool now. Just hand me the money. Everything's cool now. You hand me the money. I'm too big to fail, so what you gonna do now? Hand me the money. No sudden moves now. Hand me the money. Don't act a fool now. Just hand me the money. Everything's cool now. You hand me the money. I'm too big to fail, so what you gonna do now? Hand me the money. Hand me the money. Hand me the money. Hand me the money. Hand me the money.
Drinking all night, working all day. This is our life, so having your way.
Gangsta grass. Yeah.
Drinking all night, working all day. This is our life, so having your way. Drinking all night, working all day. This is our life, so having your way.
Dirty Southern Canada, A. T-Dot with P-Rock, let the banjos play. I'm Hayes with a sprinkle of gay. No prescription stay. Please refrain from standing in the way. We doing damage to Smith. Hand traffic on the corner, get paid. At home on the mattress, get laid. I'm thinking about this money like I'm passing away. Live fast, die young is the motto. 8 days, grand theft auto. Trying to stack cash bottle till we all hit the lotto. I walk with bravado, real McCoy like Movado. Sipping heavy, never pass in the bottle. We all fucked up.
Drinking all night, working all day. This is our life, so having your way. Drinking all night, working all day. This is our life, so having your way.
street corner, standing on an Escalade, shirt off, screaming, "This is your life." I'm paranoid, I haven't slept in 4 nights, since the cops always in my ear. All lights, this town ain't big enough for the both of us. So giddy up before I let this 12 gauge open up. Pretty round here, no place for golden gloves. Dead in your tracks before you throw a punch. Gangsters cold-blooded, they hugging the strip. Looking for heat, so they cutter the clip. Son of a bitch, colorblind, no blood in a grip. That in love with these streets like they bother this shit. Cry baby, cute Iron Maiden. 4 or 5 turn a nickel to a 9 payday. Land of the lost, so don't try save me. This is just the life of a slave to time, baby.
Working all night, working all day. This is our life, so heaven can wait. Working all night, working all day. This is our life, so heaven can wait. Working all night, working all day. This is our life, so heaven can wait. Working all night, working all day. This is our life, so heaven can wait. Heaven can wait.
Boombox family. What you know about that musical fusion life? Nigga Scott thinks of grass. Now I ain't never been a fanny packer, but I be spitting like somebody at your daddy chapter. We don't believe you, you's a crappy actor. Put a cap in a cabin and I'm a happy camper. I never really understood the type that take the time to write on shit that they don't even like. I appreciate the numbers, but you need a life. Get about your mama basement and you probably might. With them Cheetos on your fingers, sitting in the Vita while you comment on the leader. You don't think I'm Lauryn Hill? Good, me neither. The name is Diddy Scott, so just salute it when you read her. And now, this ain't the 90s when you hear it. I just keep it up top with a hip-hop spirit. I ain't trying to bring it back, but the rhyme just remind them of a time when the shit wasn't whack. And it's a fact that they sweating this beginner. Used to call them haters, but they love me on the inner. You feeling racy, then go ahead, race me. That's the closest that you'll ever get to running with a winner.
Red sky and moon, I know it's real. Red sky and moon, and go for my steel. Fight on account, I got a black and bone. When I'm on a star, I'm gonna stand alone.
Oh, yo, the flow tip top. It's a youngin' on a record, but this ain't Kids Bop. I'm with them blocks and I've been hot with his hip hop knocks. Who killed the BET awards in the damn flip flops? Shit, I think I smell a takeover. Matter of fact, a takeover. You should change over. Cause me, I got it covered like a makeover. While your time here brief, you a layover. So log on, rapper. Fake it till you make it and just log on, rapper. I know you trying to get your song on, rapper. While you at it, don't mistake me for no doggone rapper. They trying to ban Diddy Scott from the radio. Boombox family fans are screaming hell no. You get the people what they want, I give them what they need. And have them switching up their diet for a better feed. I ain't selling them no new cool music, nah. We keep it human on this true stool movement. And I'm really just expressing myself, doing it my way. Never second guessing myself, and that's real.
Red sky and moon, I know it's real. Red sky and moon, and go for my steel. Fight on account, I got a black and bone. When I'm on a star, I'm gonna stand alone.
meal for a paycheck to make the daily yield. Same plantation, just a different year. Now it's supervisor instead of overseer. Work daily, but you paid every other week. But if you didn't go in, how would you eat? Same way back in the day of slavery. Been over all day in the southern heat. Everybody had a job, no unemployment, so you could be employed and still be exploited. Building train tracks, but getting left behind. Making others rich while we getting robbed blind. They the 1%, we the 99. Got us paying rent while they stocks climb. We do all the work while they sit back. And the lowest paid still pay the most tax.
I'm trying to pay my bills, but it feels like I'm still picking cotton. Picking cotton. It's been 500 years, but it seems like we're still picking cotton. Picking cotton.
Rocking, white hair looking like cotton. Trying to tell the next generation the time long forgotten. We don't listen cause we all sport rotten. She remember no shirt, dirt road, hard on the soul. Acre after acre, roll after roll. It was corn in the cotton and tobacco, but today it's the weed and the dope and the blow. And it grows in the inner city versus the countryside. Now the food is genetically modified. It's a government cash crop, any way you're looking at it. Another spell casted from the book of magic, from the middle passage to the ghetto casket. It's a code of liberation, but we can't crack it. Masters whip, crash your whip. Now you're late to your graveyard shift. That's still a 9 to 5. That's how we stay alive. Allow you to survive. But never when you thrive. Sun up to sundown. Uncle Sam never put his gun down. They call it tax, you know the rundown. From Carolina to the Mississippi Delta. Backbreaking work for food, clothes, and shelter. Are we dependent on the system for a lifeline? Or doing all the work to feed the parasite? Come on.
Yeah, the future is a bumpy ride. I wanna ride with you, flying monsters till we die. I wanna ride just as long as you're by my side. I wanna ride with you. I got a freedom flag and I'm gonna let it fly high. I wanna ride with you.
Come on, let's ride. I know I'm ready for the leap. Started out with a little, yeah, barely had a heat, but what we had, belly full of heat. Just a short slip away from being belly on the streets. Hard scrabble over grits, jelly on the wheat. Unabashed with a drive to keep our family on our feet. Hard work, raising youngins in the belly of the beast. To be sitting around the table getting ready for the feast. It wasn't easy and it wasn't alone, but we still got a long road to hoe on the road. So what gets sold is the water to grow, and the sunlight to get the harvest ready to show. So it goes, the dough whatever served on the menu. You could react to situations that you've been through. We can still get through like we got through. We are not through, just know we got you.
Future is a bumpy ride. I wanna ride with you, flying monsters till we die. I wanna ride just as long as you're by my side. I wanna ride with you. I got a freedom flag and I'm gonna let it fly high. I wanna ride with you.
might be coming to get ya, but I'm here to slay monsters like Geralt the Witcher. And I'm here with ya, that's all she wrote. Tight like a fat couple caught up in coach for my bros and my blokes. Mamacitas y amigas, yes, all of my folks. If the whole world starts to go up in smoke, we're riding together and we're going for broke. But I'm trying to make sure that don't happen. Climb on this boat with me, ride with your captain. Maintain yourself in an orderly fashion. Calm and collected, but I still need your passion. This is a call to action, packed with exact facts. Building more bridges than you will with a hashtag. Big dog barking, and the fat cats running. Revolution coming now, ain't that something?
Sure is a bumpy ride.
Come on,
I wanna ride with you. Fighting monsters till we die.
I wanna ride
Just as long as you're by my side. I wanna ride with you. Got a free flag, and I'm gonna let it fly. High, high. I wanna ride with you. I wanna ride with you. I wanna ride with you. I wanna ride with you.
Come on. To the back roads. One more time. The voice. Snoop. Gangsta grass. Let's go. My mind can make Mount Everest out of a molehill. Fuck a brand name game. My budget is no frill. The show skills are so ill. After it's seen, then the audience needs to be quarantined. The rodents are rhyme. We following the samurai code, but we don't take orders from the shogun. Maintaining independence like a slave on the land. I write freedom songs for the sake of my fam. No mistaken brand for the norm, I'm above that. This is the beginning, the potential is untapped. I rhyme my head's wondering, where is the love at? I rhyme to keep hip-hop alive and you just rap. Cold as flakes of snow on Arctic glaciers. Try to copy my style like carbon paper. The sub-zero nature of the words I'm writing will have you hypothermic from all the frostbiting. As soon as the beat drop, here and stomp to the floor. When the bow hits the bill, here and give a little more. As soon as the beat drop, here and stomp to the floor. They don't want war, cause them boys hardcore. Still on the bubble out the woods with the shiners. Open up your tap and pour some stout over your cider. I got a heaping up and up some beef for you riders. Sharpen your incisors, allow me to oblige ya. Write 1,000,000 pages, trap and keep it in a binder. Then paint a vivid picture over pristine primer. Running with a shovel, chasing rabbits out the briar. Double up your trouble, pouring fuel on the fire. Your goose is cooked, hear the buzz on the timer. Sunshine units clicking on your Geiger. Sweet crew through the lyrical refiner. Canary in the shaft, sending warnings to the miners. No sense in jumping in the pit with the tigers. Go and practice up and get your flows a little tighter. Tell me what defines it, the freedom of the fighter. Cry babies defecating in your diapers. As soon as the beat drop, here and stomp to the floor. When the bow hits the bill, here and give a little more. As soon as the beat drop, here and stomp to the floor. They don't want war, cause them boys hardcore. Soon as the beat drop, here and stomp to the floor. When the bow hits the bill, here and give a little more. Soon as the beat drop, here and stomp to the floor. They don't want war, cause the boys hardcore.
Hear that train come rolling.
As soon as the beat drop, here and stomp to the floor.
And you know I'm bound to ride.
When the bow hits the bill, here and give a little more.
Hear that train come rolling.
As soon as the beat drop, here and stomp to the floor.
Gotta move on down the line.
They don't want war, cause them boys hardcore.
taste of grass. Walk that line like Johnny for the cash. From a town called and I'm feeling homesick, finna feel like glass. Full of dirty motor, spitting like I'm sitting this and quitting for a quarter of a century. What the judge sentenced me, deep in the streets, I plead insanity.
It wasn't my fault, all the voices in my head kept screaming out that she was better off dead. Trying to pull them out like the head by the strands.
I don't know what happened, all this blood on my
I
hands.
see holes in the wall,
Furniture tossed.
calling out to my lady, didn't know what's wrong at all. My body ain't moving, why she ain't breathing? Must have blacked out on this dark rainy evening.
You gotta take that shovel in a rainstorm in Kentucky. When it's time, you gotta take that shovel in a rainstorm in Kentucky. That grave, oh Lord, has to get dug for my baby, my baby.
Brother man, I got the shovel in my hand, trying to excavate this land just as fast as I can. Damn, it's a shame what had happened to her. I heard a man blacked out and put a clap into her.
Can't believe it, she was just about to leave, kid. We had plans to move her out just that evening. Next thing I know, I get a call from the cops telling me that my baby dollar got shot.
Yeah, he's gonna be up for $1/4 while we digging this hole, trying not to get struck by the lightning as the rain turns the soil into muck. Gotta get her in the ground, or the boys run amok.
Well, guess who else ain't waiting? Gotta connect at the court to my boy named Nathan. He knows a back way in. I'm gonna be laying in the cut with the AK from my brother Raylan.
I was digging a grave in a rainstorm in Kentucky. Last night, while I was digging a grave in a rainstorm in Kentucky, I was knee-deep in that muddy water, missing my baby, my baby.
Through the county, the fam put a bounty out on the end to get him dead and make him count beat.
A life for a life, I have to do what I have to do. And now that she's gone, what the hell do I have to lose?
You gotta take that shovel in a rainstorm in Kentucky. When it's time, you gotta take that shovel in a rainstorm in Kentucky. That grave, oh Lord, has to get dug for my baby, my baby.
For years, for decades, for centuries, we have struggled and fought and bled and died for this. What we ain't gonna do is wait.
Last night I saw a bright red comet in the sky. I asked for its purpose and it gave me a reply. It said, soon come the day master dies, but first you must prepare. Keep our eyes on the prize through the beat of the drum, the light of the fire. We decide to be as free as a bird when it flies, so we ready every axe, sharpen every knife. Get our people inside ready and willing to take a life. There'll be none worth saving, soon done slaving. But now we must prepare as usual while we making our plan to reach the promised land of liberation. Breaking the chains before the beast them awaken. Watching the houses ablaze before they cave in. No more will I please till the sky be forsaken. All praises due, there'll be much celebration. Plantation will be going by the day's end.
I ain't gonna wait no more to get this freedom. I ain't gonna wait no more to get this freedom.
Gonna take this axe and plant it in your back.
I ain't gonna wait no more to get this freedom. I ain't gonna wait no more to get this
Time to be about the challenge. Sitting at the counter to create some counterbalance. Broken windows, folks doing damage just to keep a black man from having a sandwich. Not even that damn famish. Promising Dr. King, hoping I can manage to keep it peaceful in the midst of this evil. It's too much to take. Damn it, I can't stand it.
might be time to go another route. They come to pigs, try to drag a brother out. Coming with the cuffs, but man, I've had enough. So that fist in the air just punch in the mouth.
Did you hear what I just said?
Playing for my life, fighting against all who needed our rights. But every passing law ain't enough for y'all. Whose souls are too dark to even see the light. So I ain't gonna wait no more to get this freedom. Come on.
I ain't gonna wait no more to get this freedom.
We started on this march, now we gon' tear this mess apart. I said I ain't gonna wait no more to get this freedom. I ain't gonna wait no more to get this freedom. Write freedom songs for the sake of the man. There'll be no more marching. The demons the same as the day that he darkened the shores of our precious, blessed mother continent. Stole our ancestors and put them on the market. They stayed fanned in the flames that they spark with the evil intention they've had from the start. If we still have to fight, then we tear this apart. Peace will be found with a spear through the heart. Another plan is a brother man in power positions. Sisters in greater control of our conditions. When it happens, I doubt you're gonna listen. But consider yourself somehow a Christian. I'm on a mission to take these levels tilted. Straighten it out for all my elders that built it. Don't care whether or not guilt can feel it's not gonna keep us from the freedom we will get. I ain't gonna wait no more to get this freedom. Come on, I said I ain't gonna wait no more to get this freedom. Take this system and we kill it, then we flip it and rebuild it. Cause I ain't gonna wait no more to get this freedom. I ain't gonna wait no more to get this freedom. I ain't gonna wait no more. I ain't gonna wait no more. I ain't gonna wait no more to get this freedom.
Honey, baby, now. Well, I guess he didn't love me anyhow. Oh my, I ain't got no honey, baby, now. Well, left me on that early morning train. Well, I guess I'll never see that man again. Oh my.
Honey, babe, sorry that I gotta leave, but I still got love for you. Gotta believe the universe got a whole lot of tricks up my sleeve. Gotta get out of Dodge, gotta hop on my speed and head out. Green pastures away, off the stack cake before it gets too late. Wish I could stay right now, I must escape, but I'ma hit you up when the pressure abates. I'm on a mission to set a state, trying to get my taste of the piece of the cake. I'm on the grind, got this paper to chase. Before the law catches on, gotta make my escape. I ain't trying to see my last days in the pokey or in the standoff with them pigs trying to smoke me. If only I had a way to tell you, then you won't be crying in the night, worried, sick, all lonely.
I ain't got no honey, baby, now. Ooh, I guess he didn't love me anyhow. Oh me, oh my, I ain't got no honey, baby, now. The good boy, you ain't no man of mine. My honey, babe, done rambled down the line. Oh me, oh my, I ain't got no honey, baby.
So what you mean, shorty, you ain't got a honey, babe? When I got so many things that I wanna say, caught up in the dirty game that I gotta play, to the treasures of the world right in front of me. So honey child, I'ma tell you how it's gonna be. Don't be afraid, girl, I'm really trying to turn the page. Wish that I could see your face in the sun of day. Too bad that I stay on the lam like a runaway. If I could, I'd take it all back, no delay. Keep
closer than a moth to a burning flame. Had it made till I went and threw it all away. Packed up my things and hit the first train to Monterey. Let it pass, moving fast in the other lane. Out of my grasp till I vanished without a trace. A sad picture, even in another frame. If I ever come back, then I'm gonna stay.
I ain't got no honey, baby, now. Well, I guess he didn't love me anyhow. Oh, me, oh, my. I ain't got no honey, baby, now. I'll see you when your troubles are like mine. When you ain't got a nickel or a dime. Oh, me, oh, my. I ain't got no honey, baby, now. No honey, baby, now. Well, I guess he didn't love me anyhow. Oh, I ain't got no honey, baby, now. I ain't got no honey, baby, now. I ain't got no honey, baby, now.
Down by the river, all for one, all for one. Meet me down by the corner. It's all for one tonight.
Yeah, lay down on the pain by the riverside. If you can't walk on your own, you need to get a ride. Come around in the whack, you can get inside. Take a dip into the water and get purified. See me waist deep. Get your hands high, stars shining so bright in the night sky. Feel the energy awaken all the possibilities of whatever you imagine in the mind's eye. Hold on, don't get lost in the stream. I got a raft you can cross on the beam. All for the one and it's all for the team. Got a message from the heavens that was brought through a dream. This is God's green earth, it's a gift and it's worth much more than you see plain seeds in the dirt. My earth is a queen, may she be blessed with work. Be immersed, I believe, reaffirm, we emerge.
Down by the river, all for one, all for one. Meet me down by the corner. It's all for one tonight.
Clan battalion, stampede on the tracks like a gang of stallions. Put your arms up, wave your hands around and make some noise for the way my band is sounding. Started from the bottom, scrounging and scraping. An age when there was no frauds and faking. Back in the days when you placed the tape in, recorded and heard MCs to saying, now the beats are breaking. Returning to greatness, put some gangsta grass joints on your playlist. Whatever your faith is, say your prayers. Meet us on the Hudson or the Delaware. We gon' take what we do once we get it there. Put it together and send it to every hemisphere. Even though we bring the heat, you can bet it's rare and everybody's gonna want a piece, so you better share.
Down by the river, all for one, all for one. Meet me down by the corner. It's all for one tonight.
Well, the Spurs just choking, but the Knicks are going to destroy New York City. Imagine getting cheers for destroying a taxi cab and feeling good about it. You don't do it unless you're getting social acceptance. Like, this is one of the highlights of their life. You're a loser forever. everybody here is a loser. Everybody here is a loser because you don't go home. I'm guessing you don't go home to the nice part of town to live in your high-rise tower, or like you don't go to Long Island. You don't go to Martha's Vineyard, your mansion in Martha's Vineyard afterwards. You live in this community that you're destroying right here. It's worse. It's like you have the taxi cab driver inside, and it's like this is not what he signed up for. He's just trying to make a living. He also looks like a guy that's he's not doing well. He's struggling, and this is how he gets traded because again, the Spurs choked the game away. Save them and stop more destruction, but your car's already done. Like this guy, your insurance will cover it. It's like he's not making money tonight. I'm telling you right now. Spurs playoff game in New York City. This was some of the best fares he was gonna get all year, and you've destroyed that, and also set him back probably hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. When your IQ is 70, tomorrow does not matter. Exactly. And they just lean into this. Because why are there not mass arrests? Why didn't we see thousands of people in jail? I don't care for years. You are no benefit to society if you think, if this is your version of fun, let's wave a flag of Palestine on a destroyed taxi cab. I don't care if you're not the one that destroyed it. I'm just gonna go ahead and just venture a guess about the content of your character. If you're on top of that taxi cab, you are not going to your job at the bank. You are not a school teacher afterwards. Or if you are, you need to be fired anyway, but just throw all these guys in jail immediately. Do not pass go. Do not collect any social services. Do not collect EBT, SNAP, or whatever the heck they have over in New York City. Straight to jail. Trae Young had a good series on the Hawks against the Knicks. How many years ago?
The Vice President J.D. Vance, but I think it's fair. One more year of a war that no one wanted, that we seem to be losing. Sounds like a good deal. Another year of a humiliation for this country, and further capable in the way that we thought we were. J.D. Vance says Iran war will be history in a year. Well, good. And what kind of history will it be? That's the real question. Fun history. Remember that war in Iran, you'll say, wasn't that a hoot? Fun. The war in Iran. Trump wants Karg Island, which is the home of the Iranian oil infrastructure. President Trump said the U.S. military will attack Iran very hard tonight, but then he keeps doing this thing where he threatens the regime with a bombing campaign or ground troops, or he kind of, teases nuclear annihilation, and then nothing happens. So it's an interesting strategy. We just threaten to do something, and then nothing happens, and then the Iranians tell us to fuck off, and then we go, hey, you want to end the war now? And they go, not really. So I think the Straits of Hormuz are closed again. Here's the other thing about these wars. After a while, you just start losing, you'll be talking to people. You go, is the Strait of Hormuz open or closed? They go, I don't know. Who knows? After a while, like the Russia-Ukraine thing, it made me think about it. They're in year 4 of that, whatever the hell that is. Wars don't work anymore. Russia should have been able to beat Ukraine, even though we gave Ukraine a bunch of shit. We gave them a bunch of weapons, some money. But Russia should have been able to handle that, but they didn't. And we should have been able to take care of Iran, but we didn't, because wars don't seem to work. You can't win these things unless you start nuking everybody, and there's nothing to win. what would you even win? If you win, you lose, because now you have this country that you have to control. We all learned all of these lessons with Iraq and Afghanistan, and actually we learned them before that with Vietnam, but no one really cares because there's a lot of money to be made in war. And there's a lot of money to be made in the chaos right after a war, in like the aftermath of a war. So the goal here, I don't even know, is the goal to win? Do the people who push this stuff even believe we can win? Do they even want to win? What is winning? Or is it just kind of like, what if we just had chaos and missiles flew around and they killed some of our guys and we killed some of their guys, and you know, we hold some territory, give some territory up. That's what they're doing in Ukraine, in Russia. I don't even know what's going on in Iran. No one knows. But it doesn't seem to be, you can't govern the world anymore with this use of force. You have to do it the way the Chinese did it. They did it with like TikTok. They did it with corporate espionage. They're doing it with the Belt and Road Initiative. They're going all over the world. They're like building schools. They're, you know, making investments in countries in Africa and other countries. The economic reality of the Straits of Hormuz being closed is more of a disruption to the global economy than a missile flying into a base in the UAE. Even though nobody wants to see a missile, you know, nobody wants to see U.S. military bases blown to bits. I didn't. Some people do. But that's clearly not as much of a thing as the Straits of Hormuz. That's all they talk about with this war, because it's a choke point where you could sever the pathway where a huge amount of the world, I think it's 40% or something like that, gets its oil. 40% of the world's oil, or something in that capacity, goes to places like Korea and Japan and all of these places that need oil. And so this idea that you can just militarily affect the change you want in the world, 20 to 27% of the world's petroleum and crude oil goes through the Straits of Hormuz. 20 million barrels a day, which equates to roughly 25% of all global maritime oil trade. It's a big number. 27, 30%, whatever it is, of the world's oil being cut off is a very big number. So you cannot affect change in the military, you know, the way that you thought you could. It's an economic game now. It's an economic game. So, I don't know what's going on. I would like the war in Iran to end, but we have to find a way. This is what we have to do. Listen up. We have to find a way to declare victory and leave and claim to have achieved our objectives, albeit realistically, this was a huge humiliation. There's no other way to really say this. But listen, you get knocked down, you get back up. This was a big disaster in every way. The messaging, the actual strategy, everything was bad. From top to bottom, this whole thing was a nightmare. But if there's one thing we have in America, it's a rabid sense of delusion. I was just in another country, in England, for many days, almost a month. They don't have that. And some people say, well, that's sad they don't have it. Because it's nice sometimes to have a, you know, quite unhealthy level of delusion. Most people in our country walk the streets with a level of delusion that in any sane society would put them in a straitjacket. If you've ever listened to anyone for more than, 3 minutes, you're aware of how psychotic most people in this country are. They all believe they are the star of their own movie, and they are building an empire. You know, when you leave the country, you realize people go on dates and fuck and go to Spain and they drink wine and they enjoy their lives. You know, you go on a date in America, it's like a nightmare. You're sitting across the table from somebody who's like, if I just get the right team around me, I can finally accomplish what I'm looking to do. I have to build the right team. You know, I had these ideas, but nobody was really supporting me when I needed them to support me. But now that it's starting to bear fruit, I have to make sure that I have an infrastructure in place. It's crazy. Everyone's crazy. So those are the people we're communicating with. So we don't have to stick around in Iran. We just have to find a way to cowardly and shamefully run away, back out, run away, shamefully, while seeming like we are the victors. This is possible. It's America. I have faith in us. We must turn tail and scram. But while doing that, scream about the victory. Tell people how victorious we are. Shove it down their throats. We must come up with some way to prove that this was a massive success while running away like cowards. It is the only way out. It's the only way out. In the middle of the night, we must move all of our military out of that area, and we must have a big press conference here in America, and we claim that we've destroyed Iran, and their capabilities have been significantly decreased, and we only stopped hitting them because we are humanitarians at heart. That might be the angle here. We only stopped because they begged us to. Now, meanwhile, Iran's telling us, fuck you, let's keep fighting. Forget that shit. We need to say the only reason that we stopped that war is because they were on their knees begging. 3 days of clashes show the Iran conflict is entering a dangerous new phase. President Trump warns Iran will, quote, pay the price for not reaching a deal as both sides. But then he said, we have a deal, like recent. You know, when I record this, I just check my phone before I sit down and go, is there a deal? And there's always a deal, and then there's always kind of not a deal. So that's why the only thing for us to do is the most American thing in the world. Run away. Run away. Run away while screaming that we are humanitarians and that we came in there and we destroyed their capability to detonate a nuke in Manhattan, which is again why we went into this retarded war, was because Iran was going to have a nuke and they were going to detonate it in Manhattan during the Knicks. And by the way, can I say for a minute here with the Knicks, I wish I shared the passion other people do for team sports, because the level of excitement that people have over, you know, their team winning is something that I've never shared, and it's sad. I like when the Knicks win. I like good things to happen to New York, but I don't have that thing in me where when they win, I would want to. You know, I saw a guy and he's hitting a Spurs fan with a street sign, and him and his friends are stomping out the Spurs fan and breaking his ribs with their feet. That level of passion is something that I don't have, and I regret not having. I actually feel like my life would be better if I understood where that came from, and if I could harness that type of energy. I have seen things on the internet regarding this, where I'm looking at people, it's like cops in riot gear on horses, just a melee in the middle of the street, people getting beaten within an inch of their life because they had a Spurs jersey on. And I really wish I had that passion for sport. Because to me, it is fun to be a part of something. It is fun to grab a stranger who is walking out of a game, who is rooting for the opposing team, and give them brain damage. It probably is fun. Now, I'm morally against it, but I'm just saying I can't access that level of excitement, that level of devotion where I go, so what if I go to jail for attempted murder? This is my team and this is our night. So if I happen to break someone's neck with all of my friends because we're stomping on their face outside of the garden, that's just what we do. And it's not only in New York, it happens in the UK. They shut down trains that connect different towns in the UK when football matches are on because they don't want people getting on trains and going to the opposing team's town and killing them. This is insane to me. I can't understand it. There's no part of me that really understands, number one, delighting so much in the accomplishments of people you have nothing to do with, which, by the way, is, I understand that that's what the whole thing's about, and I'm for it. I think all that stuff's good. The pageantry, the sport, the excellence, watching people that excel at what they do, they're at the top of their game, blah, 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 blah. But what I don't understand is the need immediately to go find someone in the street after the game and kill them. I don't get it, but I feel like I wish I did. Does that make any sense? I wish I could understand it. I wish, because I look at it, it seems savage and inhumane and all of that. But maybe I'm just being a pussy. Like I want to understand what it feels like to go, remember after game 6 we killed that guy? Remember after game 6 that guy came walking out trying to find his hotel and we just killed him? We just stomped on his rib cage until one of them pierced his heart. You know, like, remember that? That was fucked up. Yeah, but you know, that was game 6. I know it was all on the line. That's what you'd say. You'd go, yeah, it was all on the line. But these are the people you have to explain the Iran war to. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. We don't have to give them a coherent explanation as to why we're leaving or not. They're trying to kill each other over a basketball game. Why do we have to give them a coherent explanation? Why in this one area do we have to be honest about what happened? Lie and cowardly run away and say that we did it. They're just decimated. We won. It's got to be better than threatening them over and over and over again and doing nothing. That's got to be, it's got to be advantageous for us as a country to just stop threatening them and just run away. It's okay. It's what America does after a while. We get bored of these wars and we leave. And no one, because it's rah-rah in the beginning, but none of them have like a big definitive end. They just go on and on and on, and you say, Strait of Hormuz, hope you stop caring. And, you know, the casualty numbers trickle in, they trickle in. There's a lot of gamesmanship at the Pentagon press conferences. They switch out a defense secretary here and there, a general here and there. You know, but most people check out. Most people are already checked out of the Iran war. They just don't care. They don't need a big finish. They don't need it. This is all wars forever that I've ever remembered. They start really big. And everybody's excited because we're going over there to fuck them up. And then we usually declare victory prematurely, and then over a period of years, we quietly kind of get out. That's what we do. There's no big You know, it's not like we stand up there with the head of the guy. That doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work. It's not going to work. Foreign wars are over. Civil wars are back. Folks, I cannot say enough about Ultra pouches. Ever woken up and immediately needed a nicotine pouch and or a cup of coffee to just feel like a human? How many pouches, cups of coffee and or energy drinks do you need per day to stop yourself from crashing or even from feeling nicotine withdrawal? Do these things cause anxiety?
wishing that I could still get high. I can play the guitar like a motherfucking lion.
Life is so rough for what you got, 'cause you might get run over or you might get shot. Never start no static, I just get it off my chest. Never had to battle with a bulletproof vest. Take a small example, take a minute from thinking. Take all of your money, give it all to charity. This what I got, it's within my reach. And the sun clock stops just straight from one thing. It'll come back to you, you finally get what you deserve. Try and test that, you finally get served. Love's what I got, don't start a riot. You feel it when the dance gets hot.
Love is what I got. I said remember that. Love is what I got. I remember that. Love is what I got. I said remember that. Love is what I got. I don't cry when my dog runs away. I don't get angry at the bills I have to pay. I don't get angry when my mom smokes pot. Hits the bottle and goes right to the rock. Fucking and fighting, it's all the same. The never Louis is the only way to stay safe. Let the loving come back to me. Love is what I got. I said remember that. Love is what I got. I remember that. Love is what I got. I said remember that. Love is what I got. So that's all. See, but
Been lied to. My father cried at the Budweiser Clydesdales that took a knee. There was a great commercial where the Budweiser Clydesdales took a knee in Jersey City, staring at the World Trade Center, and the World Trade Center was gone. Obviously, this is post 9/11, and it said from one American icon to another. Let's see if we can find that commercial. My father cried at that commercial. My father did not cry when my mother said, I'm going to divorce you. He didn't cry when I said I was gay. He didn't cry when many of our family members have died. But he did cry at this. Sobbing like a psychopath, like a drunk psycho. Tears falling down his face at this. At a beer company, paying homage to an inside job. That's all they wanted, the boomers. That's all they wanted. They took a knee. This was powerful. This is power. That's a powerful commercial. We'll never forget. Budweiser. Get drunk. Kill someone with your car. Anyway, the point is this. Commercials played a big role in my life. Advertising plays a big role in the American psyche, and dare I say the psyche of people all over the world, right? An image matters. And if you, for example, let's just use a toothpaste, Crest toothpaste, who does not advertise on this show, so I feel very comfortable giving an example of Crest toothpaste. Usually the Crest commercials are like, I got a date and I got to use these white strips to get the stains and the rot off my teeth and the smell of rot out of my mouth. That's the Crest thing, right? Now, if the Crest commercial instead was a guy drilling into the roof of his mouth with a drill and blood coming out, and the guy was clearly mentally unwell and psychotic, and they said, Crest white strips, it can even help this guy. And he was drilling into his mouth, and he was sitting in an empty room a dimly lit empty room, and he was drilling into his mouth, and the blood was spurting out. And then they called the executives in and they go, hey, what happened? What is this? My point here is this. This is a bad commercial for immigration. It is a very, very bad. And the government of the UK and the EU, which has now become really a supranational organization where all these countries are losing sovereignty because the EU is determining the levels of immigration, or it certainly wants to. And the EU is determining fiscal, just determining, monetary policy, eventually fiscal policy. The EU is determining the greenhouse gas emission standards. The EU is a supranational organization in Brussels where they're going to decide how countries like Ireland are governed and what the people in those countries have to put up with. So, play it again, just play that again, and again, it's grisly, but I gotta make my point about a commercial. This is a commercial for continued Irish migration. Here it is. Hurry up! Not good. Alright, so get off of your fucking rat. That's great. Play her. Let's hear that one more time. Get off of your fucking rat.
Get off him, you fucking rat.
You're fucking wrong. Alright, so the people in Ireland do not want to be beheaded, and of course, that is racist. Obviously, it is racist. If someone ceremonially is beheading you because they come from a country where that's done, and you don't understand that, that is an inherent racist attitude that you're having that you need to look into. You need to look into and address those feelings. Just like if you're unattracted to trans people, you're transphobic. If you don't want it to be beheaded in the middle of the street, you are a racist. On some level, it's buried. It's deep. It's buried. But if you look at a guy screaming in a foreign language while he cuts the face off one of your neighbors, and you go, I don't like the direction this is heading in, you have an internalized racism. Just like if you don't want to go out with a woman and suck her cock at the end of the night, you are a transphobic person. This is just, now it may be buried, it may take years of therapy to unearth and get out of your... So let's look at some of these riots now, because people are unhappy, and this is what happens when people feel like they don't have power to affect change anyway but violently. The BLM riots. People may agree or disagree with them, but a lot of black people in this country felt like policing. There was not enough accountability for bad cops who did things to the black community.
Are you a bagpipophobe? No, for real. Are you? Are you a bagpipophobe? Some people like to play the bagpipes. You don't have a problem with it in general? What if they are sitting next to you and they just will not stop playing the bagpipes and you're trying to listen to the concert? Will you please stop playing those bagpipes? You freaking bagpipophobe motherfucker. No, it's not. I don't have an issue. You can play your bagpipe. I'm sorry. We misread each other. You're pretty much sitting in my lap. This is my assigned seat. I don't even think you're supposed to be here. Did you show an ID on the way in? Did anyone ID this person? Hold on. Let me get my facial recognition. Oh, I don't need to get anything out. Hold on. It's attached to me. It's looking right at you. Looking right at you, kid. How about, I know you don't have a problem with people that eat fish, do you? No, but the other day, someone was eating some salmon next to you, and just the smell of it, you were having a hard time, yeah? You fishophobe. No, we don't go for that around here. You deal with it. You know, and some people do deal with it just fine. You get exposed to scents, dust particles, someone fluffs a pillow. Oh, come on. I was already having a hard time from the fucking cat dander. You're gonna fucking smack a pillow now? Really? Really? You pillow smackophobe. You got something against smacking pillows? Why, you like dust? Huh? Are you a dust bunny? Right, so most people deal with it just fine. Now, if they choose to just remove themselves or kind of maybe cover their face or put a mask on, because it's just really bad. I feel my throat starting to close up, so. No offense, no offense. Oh, okay, now racist against perfumes and we can't wear perfumes. No, I actually never said that. I'm just, you know what, I'll leave. Oh, okay, yeah. So we're just supposed to rearrange our lives. No, those people need to be locked up. If they can't handle some scents or beef broth, just put them in a fucking mental institution, lock them up so we can have fun. Yeah, it gets fucking old, doesn't it, folks? Anyways. All peace on earth. Who put the bump in the bump shabump? Who put the ram in the ram a ding dong? Who put the dip in the dip dip? Who was that man? I'd like to shake his hand. He made my baby fall in love with me. When my baby heard bump it a bump it up it up bump, the words went right into her heart. And when she heard them singing Ram-a-lam-a-lam-a-lam-a-lam-a ding-dong, she said we'd never have to part. Part 4, the consecration. Once you got it, you know. Unless you get knocked in the head really hard. Oh no, they don't got it no more. They used to have it. Oh, now they don't really understand what you're saying. They're eating through a tube. The consecration. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? Matt 27:46. The fourth word is the consecration of the Mass of Calvary. The first 3 words were spoken to men, but the last 4 words were spoken to God. We are now in the final stage of the Passion. In the 4th word in all the universe, there is but God and Himself. This is the hour of darkness. Suddenly, out of its blackness, the silence is broken by a cry. So terrible, so unforgettable, that even those who did not understand the dialect remember the strange tones. Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. They recorded it so, a rough rendering of the Hebrew, because they could never get the sound of those tones out of their ears all the days of their life. Some used to call it shrieking. The darkness which was covering the earth at that moment was only the external symbol of the dark night of the soul within. Well, indeed, might the sun hide its face at the terrible crime of deicide. A real reason why the earth was made was to have a cross erected upon it, and now that the cross was erected, creation felt the pain and went into darkness. It's a shrieking, like a sound you never heard before, or that you'll never forget. You might hear it again. I've heard that sound before. It's not good. Right, like someone maybe shrieking, you know, like have you ever heard of them when they shriek? They just take all their clothes off and run across the field. Well, that's a sight I'm never going to forget. Right, kind of like Janet Jackson's titty popping out at halftime. Probably never gonna forget that one. It's forever imprinted in your memory. Like a shriek. I like that, thank you. But why the cry of darkness? Why the cry of abandonment? My God, why hast thou forsaken me? It was the cry of atonement for sin. Sin is the abandonment of God by man. It is the creature forsaking the Creator, as a flower might abandon the sunlight which gave it strength and beauty. Sin is a separation, a divorce, the original divorce from unity with God, whence all other divorces are derived. Since he came on earth to redeem men from sin, it was therefore fitting that he feel that abandonment, that separation, that divorce. He felt it first internally, and his soul has the base of a mountain. If conscious, might feel abandoned by the sun when a cloud drifted about it, even though its great heights were radiant with light. There was no sin in his soul, but since he willed to feel the effect of sin, an awful sense of isolation and loneliness crept over him, the loneliness of being without God. Surrendering the divine consolation which might have been his, he sank into an awful human aloneness, to atone for the solitariness of a soul that has lost God by sin, for the loneliness of the atheist who says there is no God, for the isolation of the man who gives up his faith for things, and for the brokenheartedness of all sinners who are homesick without God. He even went so far as to redeem all those who will not trust, who in sorrow and misery curse and abandon God, crying out, "Why this death? Why should I lose my property? Why should I suffer?" He atoned for all these things by asking "why" of God. But in order better to reveal the intensity of that feeling of abandonment, he revealed it by an external sign. Because man had separated himself from God, he in atonement permitted his blood to be separated from his body. Sin had entered into the blood of man, and as if the sins of the world were upon him, he drained the chalice of his body of his sacred blood. We can almost hear him say, "Father, this is my body, this is my blood." They are being separated from one another as humanity has been separated from thee. This is the consecration of my cross. What happened there on the cross that day is happening now in the Mass, with this difference. On the cross the Savior was alone, in the Mass he is with us. Our Lord is now in heaven at the right hand of the Father, making intercession for us. He therefore can never suffer again in his human nature. How then can the Mass be the reenactment of Calvary? How can Christ renew the cross? He cannot suffer again in his own human nature, which is in heaven enjoying beatitude, but he can suffer again in our human natures. He cannot renew Calvary in his physical body, but he can renew it in his mystical body, the Church. The sacrifice of the cross can be reenacted, provided we give him our body and our blood, and give it to him so completely that as his own, he can offer himself anew to his heavenly Father for the redemption of his mystical body, the Church. So some are asking if this is kind of, in retrospect, the mystical body afterwards. So what would your grandfather think? Right, if something changes your behavior because you all of a sudden think, "Oh my gosh, and what if they can see me?" He's watching you from heaven. What would your grandfather think? Well, the behavior's changed. They're not even still alive. Well, what's going on? Right, I mean, it could be maybe you read a letter that they had written, a book, you see a movie, hear a song that they liked or starred in. Maybe they were just an extra. They played a dead person. Yeah, I mean, whatever it was. Their jokes still make me laugh. So the Christ goes out into the world gathering up other human natures who are willing to be Christ, in order that our sacrifices, our sorrows, our Goliaths,
Our crucifixions may not be isolated, disjointed, and unconnected. The church collects them, harvests them, unifies them, coalesces them, masses them, and this massing of all our sacrifices of our individual human natures is united with the great sacrifice of Christ on the cross and the Mass. When we assist at the Mass, we are not just individuals of the earth or solitary units. Hey,
Man.
how goes it?
It's all good.
Shut this off.